Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about how breathing can improve your performance. Normally we don't really think about how we breathe, we just do it. It's only when we need to catch our breath that we are kind of reminded that we need to breathe. It's not only that physical activities can have an influence on how we breathe, but also psychological effects can influence our breathing pattern. For example, if we're stressed, nervous, or in any other high energy state, also the positive ones like joy, we're breathing faster. Whereas lower energy states like when we're sad or down, or also the positive ones like when we're feeling really relaxed, we're breathing slower. But this pathway of our breathing pattern and our inner state is a two-way street. With our breathing, we can influence our internal energy state, which can help us in various situations and contribute to more control over ourselves and therefore for better performance. And today I want to talk about 5 different use cases where different breathing patterns can improve our performance. Usually when I wake up, I don't need coffee. I just take one breath versus of 100 normal human breaths, which gives me the power, energy, and drive to rock through the day without a single break. Just kidding. But starting your day with a little sunlight exposure and a short conscious breathing session can help you starting the day with more energy and in a more relaxed or grounded state. Especially for those of you who prefer to have a slow start into the day instead of just jumping right into the grind, devoting 5 minutes to a conscious breathing session can do a lot for you. What I personally like to do in the morning is a short Wim Hof method breathing session. The protocol actually is quite simple. It contains 30 to 40 powerful inhales where you fill your lungs to the full capacity. Then you go into a retention phase where you hold your breath on empty lungs, and then followed by a recovery inhale and holding that for about 10 to 15 seconds and then start all over again. What this breathing method does is engaging the sympathetic nervous system, the system that is responsible for fight and flight, a very active mode, and the parasympathetic nervous system at the same time. The parasympathetic nervous system is our rest and recovery mode. And the effect of engaging both systems of our nervous system at the same time is similar to a good workout, where we afterwards react less heavily to impulses that normally cause stress, and still feel really grounded and energized. In the morning, my body still feels tired and a little stiff, so I usually start slowly, inhaling deeply, and gradually improve the speed of my inhales. As for the exhales, I just let my breath go by relaxing my diaphragm. After about 30 to 40 breaths, or after about 90 seconds, I take another full and deep inhale, let my breath go, and relax without breathing. So this is the breath retention. When I feel the urge to breathe, I inhale deeply, hold my breath for about 10 seconds or 15 seconds and let it go. After that, I start another round. The Wim Hof method breathing is the foundation on which I integrate parts or variations into different situations throughout my day to improve my overall performance or well-being. So the first situation I want to talk about how to improve your performance with your breathing is physical performance. My movement training not only keeps me fit and healthy, but also contributes to a energetic and go-getter state of mind, which also has a positive effect on my business and family life. Somehow for me and for my mind actually, there's a Cartesian effect of tormenting my body with hard training. And besides that, I also draw joy from pushing through my limits and making progress. In terms of physical performance and strength, my breathwork plays an integral role or part in optimizing my training. Whenever I reach my strength limit and fail in a given set and I still want to push through, I do about 10 powerful inhales and after that do 1 or 2 reps more. This way I'm able to generate more power with my breathing. And between the sets of my exercises, I deliberately slow down my exhales to activate my recovery mode. So after my workout, I want to do a short breathwork session to calm myself down. Or in other words, activate my parasympathetic nervous system, my recovery mode. So hence I do longer exhales compared to shorter inhales. And the same thing applies when I want to work on my flexibility. As my nervous system is connected with my muscles' motor neurons, I can influence my flexibility with my breathing. For example, I take a deep inhale and then exhale as slowly as possible while I go into the stretch. I try to connect my mind with the part that feels tight and release it during my exhale. I repeat this process during the whole time I'm in the stretch. There are more situations where I want to deliberately calm myself. For example, ever felt overwhelmed by your email inbox? Are you getting nervous before a presentation or a test? Or have you ever texted furiously to a person where it would have been wise to first calm your anger? Yeah, me too. High energy states can be great for performance, but they also can be very, very overwhelming, especially if they gear towards a negative emotion. So for me, there are 2 types of situations where I want to calm myself. One is immediate events that will happen unexpectedly and events that I know will happen. For the unexpected events that shake me up emotionally, I want to immediately slow down my exhales as slow as possible. Of course, depending on the degree of arousal that you get, you want to calibrate your breathing to the situation. For instance, when I jump into an ice bath, my body automatically switches into panic mode. What happens is first, my breathing mirrors my internal state. So I have a hyperventilation-like kind of breathing where I have strong and short inhales and a very short exhale. And then I gradually try to control my breathing and try to deliberately do slow exhales and shorter, deeper inhales. Then gradually I try to catch my breaths and bring it down where I have long, steady exhales. The tricky part here is to not get consumed by the external situation. You want to be able to go into a top-down modulation of your breathing instead of just letting your breathing reflect your internal state. So you want, in a sense, you want to be the tennis player and not just the tennis ball. For expected events that raise my arousal, I have more time to prepare my nervous system. I still do deliberate and slow exhales before or during the event when I feel my nervousness rising, but I will also prepare my nervous system to be in a more relaxed and calm state overall. In a sense, it's very similar to my morning breathwork session, but much more geared towards connecting the mind to the present and entering a deeply relaxed state. So I would lie down, close my eyes, and would start with a body scan and breath awareness, where I would anchor my mind to the present. I have a full depth video on breath awareness, so be sure to check it out after this video. Sometimes I would listen to the sounds around me and try to catch all the different sounds from near and far. Other times I feel more like listening to relaxing music. This time my Wim Hof method breathing protocol is much slower. I will inhale through the nose, slow pace, but still fill my lungs to the full capacity with air. And then I exhale and try to relax my body. With each exhale, I try to focus on one body part. So I would first try to relax my shoulders and make it heavier, and then we'll go on to the back, lower back, hips, kneecaps, feet, ankles, arms, wrists, hands, fingers, and so on. The rest of the protocol is pretty much the same. I will do 30 to 40 total breaths and then do the retention where I hold my breath on empty lungs, followed by the recovery breath where I fill my lungs with air, hold it for 10 to 15 seconds, and then start the process from the beginning again. So the nuance here is to anchor the mind to the present and to the body and try to combine the breathing with a body awareness and relaxation practice. This type of breathwork will help me recharge myself in times when I feel kind of low energy. For me, that's often in the afternoon. So I would do this breathwork for 15 to 30 minutes and try to fully relax my body and mind. And after that, I kind of feel recharged without being too jittery. So it will basically not affect my sleep. So my friends, I hope you liked this video. If you did, consider subscribing and like this video to help my channel. What are your thoughts on these practices? Do you already integrate some of these into your life or other variations? Please let me know in the comments. And see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.